Got a tattoo? Then you gotta have a story behind it. We're Tat-Stories, and we bring our viewers those stories. Baseball Guy and the Kahuna are still grabbing ink tails. Our first story, from a gal who thought she had no stories. Our second is a guy that gives new meaning to giving lip service. And our third, a couple of spontaneous ink encounters.
Baseball Guy here, and I've got Julie. Julie, where are you from?
Originally from Portland, Oregon, but lived in San Francisco for the last 5 years. Now here.
And what do you think of San Diego?
I love San Diego. It's awesome. It's perfect for me. I love the weather.
And now what I love is your tattoos, even the one that you're not quite so happy about right here. Why don't you tell me about this tattoo on your arm that you got? You said you got that in San Francisco?
Yes, I got this in San Francisco. I designed it because I had gotten the roses and I wanted a more complete piece. But the guy messed up on the tattoo. He did the lines a little bit wrong, so I ended up stopping halfway through, and I just never finished it because I haven't yet found somebody that I trust enough to finish the tattoo.
Well, if you watch our channel, you're going to see a mention of a lot of tattoo artists that people have used that they really feel comfortable with. And there's a lot of good shops here in San Diego, so hopefully you'll find something. And I guess it has to do a little bit with the colors were done incorrectly, but the design itself is pretty badass.
Oh, well, thank you. I designed it myself. So I incorporated different themes of different travels I've had. I went to Thailand, and this is the path to enlightenment, so I incorporated certain things into it. And most of my tattoos are designed by myself because I tried to do stuff that was more original, not just picking stuff up on a wall and then getting tattooed, essentially.
All right, now tell me about your first ever tattoo.
Oh, my first tattoo is on the back of my neck. It's a Chinese symbol for faith, and it's almost completely removed. So I've almost gotten rid of it, and I'm probably going to end up covering it up here pretty soon. It was just kind of a whim tattoo. A friend of mine had passed away, and a bunch of us wanted to go get tattoos, so I went and got a tattoo during his funeral instead of going to the funeral.
Wow. That's an interesting way to memorialize. So how old were you when you got that one?
I believe I was 19.
You sure you didn't get one when you were 18? Moto Life?
I got that one when I was 19 as well, too, I believe. And Moto Life I got pretty soon after I got the Chinese symbol for faith. And the Moto Life I got drunk, well, more like shit-faced in Montana. And I was at the bar with my parents taking Jaeger bombs, and my friend that I grew up with out there decided to say, hey, let's go get tattoos. So I actually got it done in someone's kitchen. I don't recommend doing that in any way to anyone, even if you trust them.
Did it hurt?
I don't remember. I was drunk. I didn't even remember getting that tattoo until I woke up the next morning, and I was like, why does my back hurt so bad? Turns out it's because Julie got a tattoo in Montana, and it said Moto Life on the back. So I held onto that for probably a good, 5 years, I think, before I finally got it covered up with what I have now, which is another design that I did myself. And I covered it up just because I was really getting sick and tired of people asking me what motto life means, because I guess people don't know how to spell.
MOTO is moto.
Yes.
MOTTO is motto.
And if anyone's wondering, I got Moto Life on my back because I started riding dirt bikes when I was 14. And I was just obsessed with the culture. I grew up with it. And so, of course, I wanted to be a really rebellious 19-year-old and get Moto Life tattooed on me. I wouldn't recommend doing that either.
All right, so the design that you used to cover it up, it looks like corn. What's the idea behind that?
It's kind of like a beehive. And the idea behind it was mostly aesthetics. So I was looking for something that had a lot of dimensions, a lot of different aspects to it, so that way I could incorporate the moto into it and really cover it up really easily. And I saw a picture of somebody with lace on the back, just like black lace on the back of their back. So I thought, okay, I want something that incorporates those different dynamics. And so I took different photos that I had found online, and I drew my own and kind of representation of what I was looking for, and then I took it to an artist and got it tattooed.
Any plans for another tattoo, and what would it be?
Oh, a couple. So I want to finish this one. really badly. And then I'm actually going to get a jellyfish on the back of my neck to cover up my other tattoo, and it's for my sister. It's her spirit animal.
Okay. And how old's your sister?
She's a year older than me, so 32.
Okay. And where does she live?
She lives in Portland, Oregon.
Does she have any tattoos?
Nope.
Are you the only one with tattoos in the family?
I should say yes, but I'm going to say no. My mom would be really upset. But no, my mom has a tattoo on her ass.
Okay. And what does she have on her ass?
She has a 10 and a half on her ass.
And what's the 10.5 mean?
Well, her boyfriend from high school said that she had a 10 and a half ass.
Wow, that's spanking.
Like mother, like daughter, I guess.
So are you 10.5, or you like maybe even a 12?
I'm at least a solid 9, I feel like.
We'll settle for the 9, but I think Julie's being a little harsh on herself. Anyways, Julie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Baseball Guy's out. Baseball Guy here, and I've got Steven. Steven, where are you from?
I'm from Fontana, California.
All right, and what brings you out to San Diego tonight?
Just have a good time. That's it. You know.
Here in the gas lamp and at the field. This is a great place to have a good time. Tell me a little bit about your tattoos. And the first one I want to talk to you about is the one inside your mouth.
Okay. So the one inside my mouth, this one is, it says, fuck it. You know, I don't know if you guys can.
We can say that on YouTube.
Fuck it. Sometimes people overthink a little bit, you know? And I think overthinking gets you not to have a good time, or you know, or misses opportunities. I think, you know, sometimes you just gotta go with it, and I think "fuck it" is a perfect word to just go with things. You know, and I think that's why I got it done, because sometimes I miss opportunities because I get scared or something like that. But you just gotta go with it and say, you know, "fuck it," and I think once you say that, I think you'll be all right, you know, and take that opportunity that maybe it'll get you to the next step, or, you know, lead you to the next phase of your life.
You've never had anyone mistake that for like wanting to fuck your mouth because it says that?
Definitely. You know, that's definitely been especially with the boys, you know, that's definitely been an issue. You know, especially it's been a topic of making fun of me, you know, especially with the boys, you know.
Yeah. The boys like to tease them a little bit.
Oh, yeah, big time. But, you know, they don't understand too much. But, you know, as long as I understand, that's okay with me.
How bad did that tattoo hurt?
It's not too bad, you know. It took about 2 or 3 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. But, you know, it's definitely worth it. It's always worth it.
All right, now you got a lot of tattoos here on your left arm. A lot of like just kind of random stuff. So why don't you tell me about some of your favorite tattoos here?
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorites for sure is self-made, and it's definitely crossed out because I believe a lot of people take credit, especially self-made has to do a lot with money, and I believe it's never self-made because there's always that one person that's going to give you that opportunity, and even, you know, if it's the smallest opportunity, it's going to get you to that next step. That's definitely one of my favorites because, like I said, I don't think you're ever self-made. I think there's always that opportunity that's going to get you to that next step, and no matter how small it is, you know. And then I definitely like the Illuminati. That definitely has to do with religion. I don't believe in religion too much because I think it holds people back. But I believe, you know, being a good person is a good thing. But, you know, having a religion behind it, I don't think that takes a good person, you know. I'm a good person. I don't have a religion behind it. And people think this has to do something with the devil. And, you know, that definitely is not. But, you know, the people that are extra religious, they take extra time and criticize me because I'm not a good person. But I definitely am a good person, and, you know, and that's why I put that there.
So everybody, Steven is a good person. What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo is on my chest. It says, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow." That's from Albert Einstein. There's definitely more to the quote, but yeah, I believe it 100% because you know, people focus on too much on living 10 years in the future or 20 years in the future, but I believe you just have to live in the present day because you never know. You might die right now, you know.
So look both ways when you cross the street here, okay? Because we don't want that to happen.
Definitely, especially now, you know, because we're consuming a bunch of alcohol and you know, there's a bunch of people having a good time, but you know, you just gotta hope for tomorrow, I guess, you know, and you know, that's definitely something. And the other thing is I'm left-handed and I put it on my right side of my chest, so it's like it's by Albert Einstein, and Albert Einstein was a left-hander, and it's like Albert Einstein wrote it on me as a left-hander, you know.
Very nice. And a lot of your tattoos are on your left arm, so makes perfect sense.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't touched my right arm because of that, you know, because I'm left-handed, and you know we're considered, you know, creative, and I just want to express that as a left-hander because there's not a lot of things for us as left-handers. So you know, I want to be sure to embrace it and make sure the world knows what's going on.
Who knew that a guy that had "fuck it" tattooed on his mouth could be so intellectual? Very much impressed, Steven. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Baseball Guy's out. Baseball Guy here, and I've got Jillian. Jillian, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Well, thank you. It looks like you've been having a great time at Lahaina.
A wonderful time, always.
All right, so you got 2 tattoos. They're little itty-bitty ones, but they're very cute. Why don't you tell me about them?
Well, one I got with my best friend. We've been friends since we were 4, actually. Our grandparents were friends and connected us, so we have our favorite flowers tattooed on our bodies.
And what kind of flower is that?
My favorite flower is a daisy, so she has a daisy on her left forearm, and then I have a tulip on my rib cage on the right-hand side.
Is her favorite flower the tulip then?
Yes.
That's awesome. Very cute. All right, and then tell me about your other tattoo.
The other tattoo, I moved here from Indiana, and it was quite a transition. I moved here to be with a guy that I didn't really know that well, and it was just kind of this crazy, intense choice I made to restart my life. And my dear, dear friend lived in LA. She came to visit. We had broken up, and she said, "Why don't we get a tattoo?" And so she has a moon, and I have a sun, and it's on my left-hand side hip, and that's my second tattoo.
How long has it been since you moved out here then?
A year and 6 months, but it's been the best choice I've made, and I'm so happy to be here and in such a beautiful place. And I'm so grateful to meet the people I meet and to be in the beautiful atmosphere I'm in, and life's wonderful.
Awesome. Now, do you ever run into your ex ever?
I don't, but his parents are coming by to pick up the furniture they lent me on Sunday, which is tomorrow, but that's okay because we're starting over and we're starting fresh and life moves on.
It does move on, and you can show them the tattoo and say, this is for better things.
It is always for better, always moving forward and making your life better than you can and having new experiences and being the best version of yourself.
Awesome. Now, do you have any plans for another tattoo?
I don't, but I feel like when it comes, I'll know that it's the right move to make a memory with someone or someone I love to commemorate an experience or a time where we feel connected and to carry that forever.
Awesome. Well, Jillian, I wish you the best. Thank you for taking the time. Baseball Guy out.